OTB, we back. Break. And I have here with me a good friend of mine. He's a creative director, an artist. Bro, the guy they do everything, bro.
Multi hyphenate.
Like I feel like I don't like giving him titles. I don't like giving people titles because
I just say visual artist at this point.
Exactly.
Man.
He loves to create. But anyways, we have here with us Olúùji. How you doing, my brother?
I'm chilling, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to On The Block. This one has been a long time coming, you know.
For real, man. I didn't want to win
this
that
for a
ask
long
us.
time. But I'm fine. I'm happy that you're finally here anyway. So we'll get right straight into it. So I'll try and be specific and clear as possible because I feel like I've known you for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can say something and you understand what I mean, but nobody else will understand.
There needs to be context around it.
Exactly. So I'll try and give as much context as possible. But I'd like to start from when you changed from Remy to Olúùji. Thank you, because I didn't know whether I should say the name.
No, that's fair enough.
So yeah, because I knew you as that guy that used to paint, you know, he was like into art, you know, that artsy guy. You know, I'll come to your crib, just see so many different paintings every time, see different sculptures, you know, different things
now.
Exactly, different artworks and stuff like that, right? So it was very how do I put it? It was very beautiful to see when that Olúùji phase came. It was exciting because I was like, okay, I was like, I don't know what to expect, but I kind of know what to expect. You know? But then it showed that you were transitioning from just sketching and you know just doing it from fun to professional.
Take me serious.
Exactly. So first of all, what inspired that switch?
I mean, the name Olúùji, I've been calling myself Olúùji in private since like 2018.
Right, that was actually your name, right?
Yeah, like that has been my Finsta handles and stuff. But when I decided to start introducing myself as Olúùji or changing my IG name, that's really all I had to do. Just change my IG name because people exist on the internet. But it was after COVID, like I started painting during COVID. I painted for like the whole year and I never posted my paintings. Then at some point I'm like, why are they shy, man? Let me just start posting these things.
Out there, right?
Yeah. And as I was posting, I'm like, I feel like this is a new era of my life entirely. And I don't want my Instagram, because that was the start of Instagram. I didn't want my Instagram to be Remy anymore. I wanted to introduce myself and create this person that has always been inside me, Olúùji. And it's this guy that wants to take over the world, man. But the way I fused the Remy world and the Olúùji world together was more than just the art, man. It was like my mindset, man. I think like when I started calling myself Olúùji, it's like Olúùji has to be something. Like I switched my mindset. I started going out more. Like, man, I'm in school, bro. I did neuroscience in school. I was reading my books all the time. Even during COVID, I was getting my A's, man. So like I was super focused on that. But I knew in the back of my head, once all this stuff is done, I want to do way more stuff, and that's not Remy. Remy is the guy that wants to read books and do everything. But Olúùji is more and beyond that. It's a motivational thing, last.
Bro, that's beautiful that you're saying, because then now like I'm looking back and I'm like, that's true, but this is really what happened. You know, like I saw that switch in myself. I saw that switch in you, like you said, the going out and all that. It's like you graduated 2022, I believe.
Yeah, I graduated 2022.
You know, and then the whole trip to
Rolling Loud,
like, there was an obvious switch, and then I could tell that okay, this guy's actually trying to do something. And now that he's done with school, he can actually focus on this, right?
This thing, man.
And another thing I noticed that you did was infuse your paints with textile. You know, you're no longer just doing like drawings and paintings and all those things. You started introducing textile to your work, and then you know doing more like introducing fashion and all those things, right? So where did that come from?
Yeah, like my internet presence before, I used to take fit pics all the time. I've always been a fashion guy. Like that was been from time. Like when I came here, I spent so much money on clothes that I don't even know where they are now. But I've always liked fashion. Vanity, bro. And I was trying to figure out my personal style, and I used to post fit pics all the time. Then when I before I finished school, like some random day I was walking and thinking of all these clothes that I've thrifted that are just sitting in a pile in the corner of my room. That what can I do with these clothes? So I called OG, the guy that owns Thrift Some, and told him about like my idea to just start upcycling clothes. Like I want to do something with these clothes, and I have a couple friends that will probably want to do this with me. And because I felt like I had a good fashion sense in the first place, I felt like I could always recognize what is trendy or not trendy. Like if I decide to take fashion into my hands and not just wear cool clothes, like that's just daily stuff. And at that point,
Right.
man, like I feel like at this point everybody's fly.
Nah,
Like
real though,
yeah,
real,
so
real.
to be more intentional about it, I wanted to start making clothes and not just regular clothes, like very eccentric one of one type of clothes. And that was a space to do it, like thrift some. You get thrifted clothes, hop in the studio, like me, IB, and Faith in 2023 last year, yeah. That's when I started like making clothes and like fabric or textile became a medium at that point because we're meeting 3 times a week, go there, work on stuff for 6 months. It felt like a camp to like have this collection out. And in September, we dropped everything, and I was like, okay, I've shown people I
I'm
can
doing
do clothes now. Like now that I
something.
put that aside. But yeah, that's
And
the fashion. That's the fashion side of my brain.
you're just talking like, oh, it's as if okay, this is something I just get up and do, and so it's like as if it's like what's it called, muscle memory for anybody, right? So me, I was just wondering as you're speaking, how did you learn all these things? Because
That's a great.
you think it's easy to sketch or to just
Yeah,
draw something, right? Until you actually try to do it and talk less doing it professionally, right?
yeah,
Like you're actually, putting your work out there for people to criticize. You're selling it, if anything. So it's
yeah.
like you've opened that space for reviews and all those for criticism,
That's just
right?
scary,
So
man.
it's like, how did you learn to do? Because I knew you personally, and I never knew, okay, this guy could make his own pieces, right? Until you started doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Before even you started selling it, right? I actually, where did you get this from?
Most of
I
the
made
time,
it.
what
I
I
made
wear
it.
is
All
like
those
I've
kind of
customed
things,
this. Yeah.
right? It's most like Camps here, our co-host, other co-host, he made merch one time. This
Oh
guy
yeah,
customized the merch. Even
yeah.
Camps was like, where did you buy this one from? So it's like it was always there.
Yeah.
But did you have to learn? Like, were you practicing, or like was it just in you and you're just talented with blessed with it, rather, or what?
I feel like a custom character in a video game. I've always felt like that. Like I hated the way clothes fit on me, and I knew I wanted it to fit a certain way, but I can't find these clothes, or they are $500. So I got a sewing machine like during COVID,
I'll
and
do
I
it
was like,
myself.
yeah, like I can dye stuff here, I can crop stuff there, because I always wanted those cropped
Those
hoodies and
dyed
cropped
pants that you were
t-shirts.
doing that year.
Yeah. So I was like, let me just. I don't want to sell it or anything. I just feel like I can't find the clothes that I want to fit me a certain way that I can afford. So let me just start sewing stuff. That was like in 2020. So when I decided to start doing thrift some last year in 2023, I'd been
Nice.
sewing for 3 years at that point, just casually, like learning the basics on how to hem out, just the simple stuff. But I still wouldn't say I can sew, man. Like I
There are
can put
levels
things
to
together.
things now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%,
But there's just some
100%.
finesse I'm trying to achieve with like what I'm trying to make now that I'm seeing guys do. I'm like, okay, if these guys can do it, so, we self-suppose fits.
Right,
Like it's just
right.
about dedication and time.
Thank you, yo. Thank you. That's dope, bro. So like, and it's crazy because the more you talk, the more I think, right?
Of
So
course.
now we've talked about clothing, we've talked about not just clothing, right? We talked about making clothes, wearing them, styling them,
Yeah.
paintings and visual art, all that
Yeah.
stuff. We've never entered the event side of things, right? So basically,
Yeah.
like the things you do there. So it's really what was the word you used to introduce? You say multi-fictional, right?
Multi-hyphenate.
Multi-hyphenate. I don't know what that word means, but I love it.
It's very contemporary concept at this point. Like there are lots
The guy
of.
they use. There is all these artsy words, bro. This
Nah,
guy.
nah. Bro, do you know how many papers I wrote in school?
Yo, flexes, bro. The thousands
Nah,
of
man.
dollars can always.
Yeah, but like lots of contemporary artists are multi hyphenates. Like Samuel Ross, the someone I really like, was the first person I heard introduce himself as. He did like design in school, but he makes clothes and he makes furniture and designs houses. And like, who is this guy? What does he do exactly? And he just introduces himself as a multi hyphenate. Kanye West is a super multi hyphenate. Like he doesn't do
Right.
one thing. And I feel like lots of contemporary artists don't do one thing. It's just what it is. We have access to so much information these days that if you want to learn how to do something, if your brain works in a way that it wants to learn how to do something,
You do it,
you do it, man. Like
You do
YouTube is
it.
there. There's
You
the web
do it.
articles,
Right.
and like play. Now you're doing these things.
And not just like doing it, actually like the best. There's nothing better than making a living off what you enjoy
Super
doing, off
satisfying.
your hobbies, right? But then at the end of the day, it's not like that was the goal, or like that was what made you pick up the thing. Like you're just doing it because you love to do it, and then you're getting better. You know, just improving and improving. But yeah, before we deviate, we're talking about So Basically, right? This whole time, like I'm like, So Basically is a group of people, bro. I'm like, who be So Basically, until when we're trying to plan the episode, and then he told me who So Basically was. I'm not going to say it. I'll let him. I'll let
exactly.
him do it, right?
So basically, it's us, man. So basically, it's everybody, bro.
Like, bro, who is So Basically? Please, we need names. We need faces.
There's no, like, So basically, it's everyone, because most of what we've done these days, there's like a core group of creative directors.
Right.
But to achieve anything we want to achieve, we need to work with every other person that is involved.
Facts. No man is an island.
It's like if we want to throw parties, we have to work with so many people. Like we started working with the Ray now recently to like just collab. We have the magazine that we're doing with the Revs. Sure, like So basically his name is there, but like there's a whole bunch of other people involved. So like I don't even like the fact that you can almost tie, like, we don't have it in our bios, like we don't put at So basically. Right. We don't want that, man. We just So basically is an idea that we want people to buy into and feel like they can contribute to.
Right. I like that, because to me, I see So Basically as a community, right?
Yeah.
And like I love the movement, and I feel like all those things are very oversaturated and overused these days. Like everybody they do community and movements, right? But this one is real. Like it's not just talk. It's something I see.
Bro, they're all real, man. But I feel like what makes one stand out more than the other is the vision and technical expertise, bro, and the network you have.
Jesus, bro, this guy, the way you speak is very. I like his very articulate. But go.
Come on now. But yeah, like it depends on the people that are trying to do whatever that community. Like you see some first, like if I tried to do So Basically in 2016, bro, it wouldn't be So Basically, man. I was just uni guys trying to do something.
I see what you mean.
But like the fact that we have the time, we have real jobs to fund these things, we have the time to do these things, we know the people that can make these things happen, makes it stand out. Like the fact you just know a Yuna that can rent proper HD quality equipment for us, take top level photo pictures for us, or we know Ray that can get us dope locations for interesting deals. These are the type of things that make us, or that make anything stand out from anything. The people involved and the network around them, man.
And that's so true, because like one thing I've noticed just by being your friend is that you're very community, carry everybody along.
Bro, like person, I try to like wear niggas brands and stuff, man.
Exactly.
Like, every way I can.
When you're working with a like So Basically, a brand like So Basically, it's very hard to project that kind of vision, because then it's like everybody's an individual, right? So it's like you could be doing your own good for the brand, but somebody else could be doing, harm to the brand, right? And I feel like you've done a very good job at I don't say cover up, because then it's now be as if there are people doing bad things, right? But then it's like with what you do and obviously what other people do, you can tell like, okay, these guys are actually inclusive. They are not just here to make money off us and just throw parties and do this and, just here for the benefits. Like they're actually, they care for the community.
To actually build this community, not be just
network,
for value.
Bring people together. It's not just, exactly, not just for vibes, right? So I think is like you said, that's what differentiates you from the rest.
Yeah, and mindset, man. I feel like, bro, the number of Kanye West videos I've watched for motivation of Virgil Abloh, people think those things are like
corny,
arbitrary, or like,
right.
Bro, those things are playing in your subconscious. Number of times, bro, So basically, number of times I've just wanted to say like, fuck this shit, bro. Like, why is this thing so hard?
Right?
You could just remember when Virgil Abloh was telling you that is the whole point, bro. People don't become successful by giving up when it's hard. That is why you become successful, by persevering when it's hard, man.
Thank you, bro. Like, you have to study the people that did it before you. Cause like, they don't get 5 hairs, they don't get 15 hairs,
Learn from people.
It's funny because I don't know who said it, but it was one of those guys. I think it was either Virgil or Elon Musk. They were like, the world is going in cycles. So to come around and you don't poke a hole in, like, in one of the orbits or whatever the word that they use, it's like a failure, because you've literally, like, we're in one of, like you said, we're in the generation where we have a lot of information, right?
Yeah.
Bro, it's literally here.
Super stimulus.
Anything, anything,
Nah,
any
man,
question
you
you
tell me
ask me
that
right
term,
now, I'll search it on the internet and
Yeah.
we'll find it in less than seconds, right? So there's almost no excuse. The formula is there.
Yeah.
So if you actually follow it, it will yield results. But
And that's what they all tell you, man.
easier said than done, right? Because when
Yeah.
you're now facing these challenges face to face, it's harder to, actually push
Because, bro,
through.
what makes those things hard is the fact that you have to work with people.
Bro,
Like-
working with people is like one of the hardest things, right? It's really one of the hardest
It's
things.
so hard, bro.
And it's very painful because you really want to, like, people to come together and work.
Yeah.
But it's not possible. That's one thing I realized. Not everybody can work together. It's damn near impossible, right?
Just
it's
for so many reasons, man.
Carry your people and just go along with them. Friends come and go. Just keep, like, the memory is beautiful. That's one thing I've learned. So you don't look back and like, damn, I wish I never met this person, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, not to talk too much. What should we expect from Olúùji and so basically? Because I know, like, you guys are always cooking. Every other month there's something happening.
Yeah.
So what should we expect?
So basically we started as a party, like
Right.
in 2022,
Mm-hmm.
and the further we've gone, we've recognized that there is a whole lot more here than throwing events. Like, we have this collaboration with the Revs magazine right now that's just an ongoing project. I don't think there's an end date to it so far, but we're trying to put out content. Like, one of the things that can really bring community together is when they're all contributing to, like, something, like an end product that, oh, I was featured in that for this, like a musician or an artist or a brand or a business or anything. I feel like newspaper or mags can tie community properly together,
Right.
like a media outlet. So we want to, and we do want to create a So Basically magazine.
Right.
Like, I feel like it would just be too much work. Again, everybody trying to do everything by
You can't do
themselves
it
is a
by
big
yourself.
problem.
Right. It's not real though.
So we're
real.
like, okay, we're not going to do a mag by ourselves. Let's reach out to Revs. They were defunct for a bit. So we're like, how far? Let's bring this mag back. And we had a couple meetings over time, and now we're still working on it. We've put out just one video. We have like 4 in the locker, and we did a video with Ramoni. We're doing a video with Ramoni, Blackbone's producer, right now. That will probably come out whenever this comes out. But yeah, that was one of the main things we're really trying to work on, man. The magazine thing and trying to feature brands, musicians,
Bro,
creatives.
we're
like,
looking out, bro.
Yeah.
They watch, no fear. But it was really nice to have you here. That was a very beautiful conversation.
blessed, man. It was
very
dope to be on
insightful.
here.
I learned a lot of new words, man. Hopefully we can have you again on another episode, or
Yeah,
even
no.
just work as the with the community.
We're going to continue to work, bro.
Exactly. But
Lots
yeah,
of work to be done, man. We're
No,
young.
we're young, bro, right? And there's so much. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know we've ended the episode, but I feel like you've accomplished so much in like so little time that is very, very exciting, because then you imagine how much time we have
Yeah.
ahead of us and how much there is to achieve, right?
Sky's the limit, man.
Sky is the
And that's a
beginning, bro.
mindset
Sky
thing,
is the
bro.
beginning, not even the limit,
Sky is the
bro.
beginning, bro.
You
Sky
get
is the
me?
floor.
You get it's the floor. But anyways, I've been J-Boy.
This is
been
Olúùji.
She has been very quiet, and her name is
I'm sorry,
Tammy.
guys. I was actually very quiet because everything I was hearing was new, but then it was interesting to hear. So yeah,
Very
I was-
insightful.
Maybe to make a
I
good
was
podcast
listening.
episode.